Okay, so I want to show you how to graph a piecewise function. It can get a little hairy, it's a little annoying, but if you remember from when we graph something in point slope form, it's going to be kind of similar to that, right? So imagine two graphs. That's what we're going to be doing, is two graphs, but we're only going to graph this one up to the number 3, and we're going to graph this one only after the number 3. Okay, that's what we're going to do here. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to find the transition points, which in this case, it's going to be where x is equal to 3. And that's where it switches and jumps ship. So on x equals 3, let me use the top one first. It's going to be y equals 2/3. I'm plugging in 3 for x. All right, this is going to tell me my y value. 2/3 times 3 is 2. 2 minus 4 is -2. Okay, so my first transition point is 3 comma -2. Yeah, 3 for x, -2 for y. So I can go ahead and come over here and plot that point. So 3, let me use this backside. Cleaner looking graph. 3 comma -2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's that point. And the reason I'm doing a solid dot here was actually my luck, but I'm doing a solid dot here because on this function, the one I was working with, it's got the little bar under it. So this is the function I want to use. This is the point that I want to use when referencing to this piecewise function. When I do this one down here, I'm going to be using an open dot when I go to plot the point. Okay, so I want to graph this function, but only up to the number 3. Okay, so I want to go from 3, we'll say, I'll call it before. Okay, only graphing it before this point. All right, imagine like an imaginary wall right here. I cannot go past that wall. So from this point, I can use my slope to go backwards. All right, I'm not going to go up 2/3 this way because that would be to the right of it. I'm going to go down 2 and left 3. Bam. Down 2, 1, 2, 3, backwards. Okay, and I'm going to graph that one that way. Okay, that's the first half of my graph. Now I want to do something similar for the other function. All right, let me cover that one up. So I'm going to plug in 3 for x again, but whenever I go to plot my point, I'm going to use an open circle. So it's going to be y equals -3 plus 5, which is 2, which means that it passes through the point 3 for x, 2 for y, which is going to be not here. All right, so 3 up 2 is right here, but I need to do an open circle there. Okay, open circle at that position. And then I'm going to use my slope to finish up the graph. So for this one, I want to graph this function, but only after the number 3. Okay, so I'm only going to graph it from here to the right. So there's my point. Here's my slope. I can go down 1 over 1. That was my slope, right? -1. Down 1 over 1. Okay, so from here, we'll draw a solid line. And that's going to complete my picture. Okay, got it.